Good morning everyone. So in the last class we had studied about the solution of linear equation in two variables. That is, what do you mean by solution of linear equation? It is nothing but those values of the variables which satisfies the given linear equation in two variables are said to be the solution of linear equation in two variables. And after that we studied two important methods to find the solution of linear equation. That is, first one is the trial and error method. That is nothing but we randomly put the values of x and y by inspection method and check whether if we get the RHS of the given linear equation two variables or not. And the second method is conversion of linear equation in two variables to linear equation in one variable and then finding the solution of both the variables, that is the value of both the variables. So in today's class we will be studying about the graph of a linear equation in two variables. As we have come to a as we are familiar with an important point, that is a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. So how do you verify or how do you show that a linear equation in two variables can have infinitely many solutions? So the only way possible to show that is by the method using graph. So now we will be studying the graph of linear equation in two variables. So we will be studying what will be the graph of a linear equation in two variables and what are the important points that we can note down from the graph of the linear equation in two variables. So now I will be explaining the graph of linear equation in two variables with the help of an example, and after that I will be deriving some important conclusions using the graph. So the question is, draw the graph of each of the following linear equation in two variables. That is, the first question is a is equals to x plus y is equals to 4, and b, the second question, which is y is equals to 3x. So now I shall use the trial and error method to find the solution of linear equation in two variables. That is, now let us put for x is equals to 2, for x is equals to 2, y is equals to 2, we have 2 plus 2, which is nothing but 4. This implies x plus y is equals to 4. So x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 2 are the solutions of the given linear equation in two variables. Similarly, x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 4 is also a solution of linear equation x plus y is equals to 4. And similarly, x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 0 and x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 3. So instead of writing these values like this, it becomes a tedious process. That is why I have made a column, that is the values of x and y and in coordinate form, that is nothing but the ordered pair form. So this helps in plotting this helps for the plotting of the graph. So for x is equal to 0, the value of y was 4. Therefore the coordinate becomes 0, 4. And for x is equals to 1, the y value was 3. So the coordinate becomes 1, 3. And for x is equals to 2, the value of y was 2. Hence the coordinate becomes 2, 2. And similarly for x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 0, the coordinate becomes 4, 0. So one point you have to remember here is that you require a minimum of 4 points. That is, you need to find a minimum of 4 coordinates to plot a graph of any linear equation in two variables. So you cannot say, sir, I will plot only 2 points. There are infinite many points. So you have to plot a minimum of 4 points so that you can get the graph of the given linear equation in two variables. So this point you have to remember. Now we shall plot the graph of the linear equation in two variables, that is x plus y is equals to 4, using these coordinates. So now I have taken a graph and plotted the x and y axis, and also I have written the scale, that is x axis is equals to 1 unit equals to 1 centimeter and y axis is equals to 1 unit is equals to 1 centimeter. Now I will be plotting the points which are the solution of the given linear equation in two variables. So now point 0, 4. Observe that the x coordinate is 0 and hence this lies on the y axis. Okay, on the y-axis we know that the x coordinate is 0, and on the x-axis we know that the y coordinate is 0. 0, 4 lies on the positive y-axis. So x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 4. So the point 0, 4 lies here. This point is now known as 0, 4. Now the next point is 1, 3. 1, 3. So the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 3. So the x coordinate is 1 and the y coordinate is 3. So now this point is known as 1, 3. Now the next coordinate is 2, 2. That is the x coordinate is plus 2 and the y coordinate is also plus 2. So x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 2. So now this point is known as 2, 2. Then the last coordinate, that is 4, 0. That is the x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 0. And observe that since the y coordinate is 0, this particular coordinate lies on the x-axis. Why? Because its y coordinate is 0. Hence the x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 0. The x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 0. So now this particular point is known as 4, 0. So now that we have got all the, that is we have plotted all the points, that is 0, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2 and 4, 0. Now let us join these 4 points. So using a ruler, join these 4 points and extend them. So now I have joined the 4 points and extended them, and just put 2 arrow marks at the ends of the line, and on the particular line write the equation, that is linear equation, 2 variables of the given, right, that is x plus y is equals to 4. Here the linear equation in 2 variables is x plus y is equals to 4. Write the linear equation in 2 variables on the particular line, and now we have plotted the graph of the linear equation 2 variables, that is x plus y is equals to 4. So now we will be studying some important conclusions about this particular equations, that is we will be drawing some important conclusions from this particular graph. So here are some conclusions that we have obtained from the graph of the linear equation, that is x plus 2y equals to 4. Okay, you can also name this line, that is we can name it as a comma b or p comma q, whatever you may want. Okay, now these are the conclusions that we have obtained from the graph. That is, first one is every point whose coordinate satisfies the equation lies on the graph of x plus 2y equals to 4. So what do you mean by this point? So every point whose coordinate satisfies the equation. So we had got a set of coordinates, that is 0, 4, 1, 3, 2, 2 and 4, 0, right? These coordinates which satisfies the equation lies on the graph. So these points that we have obtained are the solutions of linear equations that we have obtained from trial and error method. So these points which we have obtained from trial and error method always lie on the graph of the given linear equation in 2 variables. So they always lie on the, so you have to understand, lies on the graph of the given linear equation x plus 2y equals to 4. Okay, the second point is every point a comma b on the line AB gives a solution x is equals to a and y is equals to b of a given linear equation. So this point says nothing but this is the extended form of point 1. So every point that lies on this particular line gives the solution of the given linear equation in 2 variables. So if you substitute these points in the given linear equation 2 variables, it obviously gets satisfied. So this is the second point what it has to say, that is every point AB on the line AB gives the solution x is equals to a and y is equals to b of a given linear equation in 2 variables. And the last point is any point that does not lie on the graph of x plus 2y equals to 4 is not a solution of the given linear equation. So if you take any point below or any point above this particular line, and if you substitute that particular point in this given linear equation, it does not satisfy. That is what we have to say, that is what we have to conclude. That is, now for example, I have taken 1 comma 1, so it does not lie on this graph, that is x plus 2y equals to 4. It does not lie, so it lies under the line, right? So it does not lie on the line. So I have taken 1 comma 1. So now let us see whether this particular point satisfies the given linear equation or not. So just substituting x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 1, that does not lie on x plus 2y equals to 4. So if you substitute x is equals to 1, you will be getting 1 plus 2 into 1. So that is nothing but 1 plus 2, which is equals to 3. And 3 is not equals to 4. And hence substituting 1 comma 1 does not give a linear equation, that does not give the solution of linear equation in two variables, that is in this particular case x plus 2y equals to 4. So if you substitute any value under this line or any value above this line, you won't be getting the solution of the given linear equation in two variables. So these are the important conclusions that we have obtained from the linear equation in two variables graph. Okay, so these conclusions I have just told you for your understanding sake. So these are not necessary to be written for every problem. I have just told you for your understanding sake. That is, the first point is every point of the coordinate satisfies the equation lies on the graph. That is, these solutions what we have obtained from the trial and error method always lies on the graph. And every point AB, the second point is every point AB on the line AB gives a solution x is equals to A and y is equals to B. That is, these particular points when substituted in the given linear equation, these gives the solution of the given linear equation. And the third and important point is, if you substitute any value, that is under the graph or above the graph, if you substitute any coordinate and check whether it gives the solution of linear equation or not, it 100% does not satisfy the given linear equation in two variables, and hence we conclude that any point above or below the linear equation in two variables does not satisfy the given linear equation in two variables. So these are the conclusions that we have obtained from the graph, that is x plus 2y is equals to 4. So now let us move on to the next problem, that is y is equals to 3x. So now moving on to the next problem, that is y is equals to 3x. So again I have randomly checked by the method of trial and error for x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, and hence it gives the value, that is y is equals to 3x. If you substitute x is equals to 0, you will get y is equals to 3 into 0, and you will be getting y is equals to 0. And similarly, if x is equals to 1, y will be equal to 3, and x is equals to 2, y will be equal to 6, and x is equals to 3, y will be equal to 9. So I will put that in the table form, and now I will be plotting these four coordinates. So again, you have to be very careful while plotting the graph. You have to compulsorily write the scale for the graph, that is x-axis is equals to 1 unit equal to 1 centimeter and y-axis is equals to 1 unit equal to 1 centimeter. So now we shall plot the following points. So x is equals to 0 and y is equals to 0. It is nothing but the origin. So this particular point is known as 0, 0, and you have to write 0, 0 here. So origin, we have plotted the point origin, that is 0, 0. The next point is 1, 3. So 1 and 3. So this particular point is now known as 1, 3. The next point is 2, 6. 2, 6. So this particular point is 2, 6. Now the fourth point is 3 comma 9. So 3 comma 9. So this particular point is now known as 3 comma 9. Now again joining these 4 points and extending them and naming the line and also writing the equation of this particular line. Now I have joined all the 4 points and extended them, and I have named this particular graph as P comma Q, and I also have written the equation of the linear equation in two variables. So now you have to write the conclusions for this particular line. As I have shown in the previous problem, I have written the 3 conclusions. Similarly, in the same fashion, you have to write the conclusion for this particular problem. Now coming to the definition of a graph of linear equation two variables, as I have already told, I will be explaining you the meaning of this graph of linear equation two variables with the help of examples. Now that we have solved the example, now let us come to the definition of graph of linear equation two variables. So the definition is a linear equation in two variables is represented geometrically by a line whose points make up the collection of solutions of the equation. This is called as the graph of the linear equation in two variables. So what do you mean by graph of linear equation two variables? Means it is a linear equation two variables which is represented by a line. So as we have already plotted here, we have got lines. We did not get any curves. So but we only got two straight lines. So a linear equation in two variables is represented geometrically by a line whose points make up the collection of solution of the equation. So, and in the conclusions we have also studied that these particular points are the solutions of the given linear equation, right? So these particular points are the solutions of the given linear equation. That is what the second part of the definitions tell, that is by a line whose points make up the collection of solutions of the equation. So this is called as the graph of linear equation in two variables. So I hope this definition is clear. That is, it is nothing but a geometrical representation of a line whose points make up the collection of solutions of the given particular equation. So this concludes the topic graph of linear equation in two variables. So I want you to solve the problems. That is, you have to solve the problems in exercise 4.3. You have to solve the problem. In first question you have to solve the second main and the fourth main. The first and third are solved by me. And also you have to solve the third main question. You have to solve the third main question. And if in the first main question you have to solve the second and the fourth sub questions. And send me your graphs along with the conclusions of the previous problem that I had given you. So if you have any queries related to this class, you can contact me. Thank you.